What's up, guys? It's Brian from HASHWAREHUB. It's about 11 a.m. Eastern Time, January 6, 2018. We got a lot going on here in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking to moon. So, just got back from a run here, so I'm all psyched up, got my adrenaline going and such. It's a balmy, I think about 5 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So, I'm sorry if my cheeks are a little numb and such. But anyway, so what are we seeing here? Let's see who's calling. What are we seeing here? Okay, we see 3 bull flags, and you know, cryptocurrencies love not only triangles, but they also love fractals. I think I said that in my previous video, and I probably should have said it prior to that. What does fractals mean? It means like if you see like a lot of the, I mean, I'm not going to give you the official definition, but when it comes to trading, what does fractals mean? It's basically when you see the same type of setup, the same type of chart pattern, okay, you then can extrapolate from that chart pattern based on the size of it to see what's going to happen, what the market's going to do from this new chart pattern. And what do we see? We saw a bullish flag here. We saw a bullish flag here. And what do we see here? We see a monster bullish flag. Okay? A big one. And what does that mean? So if we just, you know, according to like chart patterning and also just like Elliott waves analysis, you take the size of it in comparison to what the market did prior to this, to a similar bullish flag or a similar chart pattern, and then you extrapolate from there. And if we do that, basically, what we're looking at is possibly a run up to somewhere around the 20,000 range. Yeah, 20,000 range. Now, 20,000 range brings us right about to the tops where we were before. Okay? It's kind of hard to believe, but that's kind of like our primary count right now. I mean, an alternate count is that basically this is one huge head and shoulders. You know, this is one shoulder, this is another, this is the head here. Okay, it's going to come back around, and then this could be another shoulder here, and then we'd be down, and we'd be looking for a lower low. Okay, a lower low would be, you know, somewhere around here. Okay, even lower actually. So, you know, that's an alternate count, an alternate idea of what possibly may happen to the market. But our primary count is that we're going to shoot up for these higher highs. So could be very interesting to see what's going on kind of within the next day. This looks like this could break out within the next day. Let's look a little bit closer here on let's do like a half-hour chart. Yeah, I mean, this thing could almost be finished. Okay, it could actually be piercing through right here, or it may take another course down and then up. And if it does, it just means it's just bigger, and then it just means that it's going to compound the move even more so. Okay, so let's see what's going on in our other charts that we normally are looking at, and we'll look at that right now. All right, so this is the hourly chart on Poloniex data, and what are we looking at? This bullish flag that we were looking at before is kind of this right here. It's very difficult on these types of charts. These are more like algo trading charts, and this is more like an algo trading program. It's a program called NeuroShell Day Trader, which is super powerful. But not going to get into that right now. So this really isn't good for charting. This is more for like intense algorithmic type trading, and that's kind of the type of indicators that we use here. It's from my previous life on Wall Street. But anyway, so what do we see here? Okay, we had a buy signal back here a few days ago. The market pierced down right out of it. We also had a buy signal right here, but we kind of knew the market was going to pierce down because we had the trend strength indicator, you know, hours and hours and hours. This is like a half a day, almost 3/4 of a day before the market kind of came down. We had an idea that possibly the market would be kind of selling off. We also had an idea even much further before that on the D trend right here where it peaked here. Okay, by the time you get to like here, you already know that this thing is kind of sloping down. And then, man, when you get to like here, you know that you have the trend strength, and you also have the D trend that's coming down. You also have MACD that's coming down too. So you kind of know that, the market's walking on thin ice, and that's exactly what happened. It kept walking, and then boom, it pierced its foot through, so to speak. Okay, and then the trend strength indicator then kind of reversed right here. We normally like it to get into this -4 territory, but it's not a big deal. We saw this big on the sine wave. We saw this big dip here on the sine wave indicator, and we actually got in again. This is a more of aggressive type trade, a higher risk trade, but we said, hey, okay, we're comfortable with it because what do we have? We have a trend strength. We have the sine wave indicator coming up. D trend looks like it's kind of made a bottom and it's coming back up again. Okay, we had 2 bottoms here on the trend strength indicator, and also MACD is kind of getting closer. So if you set up your limits, I think we had a limit right around down here. That's okay, and we made money on all sorts of different trades going back. So we had money to risk. So actually, we just put a little bit in, and then we got a little bit more in right here. Okay, because we saw the blue line they came in. We saw the trend strength indicator was shooting for the moon. We saw MACD was crossing over. Okay, so and the D trend was going up, and I'm trying to give you a little more information on how we trade. Even though I want to get this video out of here as quickly as possible, because in the event that the market does pierce through that bullish flag. Plus the kids are making a ton of noise. You guys don't need to listen to that. But I'm trying to give you some background on how we trade here. So then the market, boom, it came up. I mean, look at this. So our trade here was good. Our trade here was good. Market came up. Now, what happened? We had this little blip right here. We also had MACD cross back over. We had the sign indicator starting to point down. Okay, also the trend was going sideways. It was not correlating to the direction of the price. Okay, and then boom, this thing fell off. So even still, this fell off, and the trend came down, and the sign indicator went down, and MACD went down, everything went down. Okay, the market still held up. So this is showing us that it's pretty bullish. It's really bullish, actually, because it still held up to the blue line. Now the blue line disappeared. Okay, basically the hidden support disappeared. So that's not such a bullish thing. However, the market's still holding up. It doesn't mean that the hidden support cannot come back in again. It could come back in again in the next bar. We don't know. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for it. But we are still holding some. We got out of some because when we see this, we tend to move our stops pretty close on a portion of our position. And that's exactly what we did. But we still have some, and our stop loss is right at this blue line. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. At the same time, there's a little bit of a mixed signal because you see the sign indicator didn't just cleanly kind of come back up again. Well, it's what we like to see. Well, we know when the market is trading clean is when the sign indicator looks nice and beautiful, okay? We want to see the sign indicator like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, We want to see it like that, like you were taught in grade school, okay? The same exact way. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. I want to get this video out, so I'm not going to show you the daily chart, but the daily chart, if you remember yesterday, the daily chart, I'm going to show you the daily chart. Hold on. Alright guys, forget about the daily chart. Kids are going nuts. I don't want to get this video out of here. So, yeah, coming to you. Not much to see on the daily chart anyway. It's basically the same thing as yesterday. So go to our previous video on yesterday, and you'll have a better idea.